Perhaps we can't talk about security login without biometrics technology. We will bring in experts to have an in-depth discussion about it. Hello, and thank you for joining us.
Hello.
There are many different types of biometrics technology. I know that much. Are they all biometrics devices?
Yes, they are.
Could you please explain in more detail about them in plain English?
Yes, these devices are called finger vein authentication devices.
Ah.
There is hemoglobin within red blood cells. You see, hemoglobin has a property to absorb near-infrared rays.
Ah, okay.
Once hemoglobin absorbs the near-infrared rays, a black pattern comes out. It is all about storing numerous characteristics as a template and comparing stored templates with oneself in real time.
It means recognizing patterns of blood vessels, right?
Yes, you are correct.
It is different for individuals then.
Yes, in numerical terms, only 1 out of 100 million people might be overlapped. I have never seen it overlap, though. Fingerprints can be overlapped for 1 out of 5,000 people.
Now we prepared a comparison table to find out what types of biometric technologies and what are their advantages before we move on to examine the devices. Here we are looking at finger vein, face, iris, fingerprint, signature, voice, and back of the hand. Let's take a look at the accuracy. How accurate are they? At the moment, the accuracy for vein, iris, and back of hand is very high.
Yes, indeed.
Ah, okay.
Because finger vein, iris, and back of hand are all recognized with blood vessels in the vein, their accuracies are similar.
Ah, recognized by similar methods, about 1 in 100 millionth, but accuracy for face recognition is poor.
Right.
Is this because of cosmetic surgery?
I think so.
Ah.
Even contouring makeup doesn't help to recognize.
Ah, even thick makeup can't help.
It doesn't work with contouring makeup.
Ah, I see. Okay, then what about user convenience? This is very important. For iris recognition cases, if it isn't recognized for long, tears will start welling in the eyes.
You are right.
Let's look. Finger vein is very high, and the rest are high as well.
It is very convenient because we use our fingers every day. The most crucial factors for this biometrics recognition are high complementation and convenience.
Familiarity. Do you mean not burdensome by familiarity? Here we go. Very high, high, middle high, high, middle.
It should not arouse a repulsive feeling. A fingerprint can be friendly, but it isn't high enough because it should contact the surface, but finger veins needs no contact.
Do you mean we don't have to touch at all?
Yes, indeed. Some people in some countries hate to touch someone else's belongings. Contacting is unnecessary, since you can use it 2 or 3 centimeters away.
The last one is security. Security is the most important. Simply speaking, whether duplication is possible. Isn't it really important? Let's check the security. Oh! Now we can see a map of blood vessels. Technology using a map has very high security.
Security?
Okay, can't be too high,
yes,
though.
Correct.
As we checked with the comparison table, there are many different types of biometrics technologies. I believe there must be minute differences between them regarding their areas of usage, objective, orientations, and so on.
Right, because we live in a smart time. They get to be conveniently usable everywhere. Because most of the pre-existing vein recognition technologies recognize at 3000 lux or lower lux. They are usable only indoors. However, since our finger vein recognition technology is usable at 20,000 lux, it is usable both indoors and outdoors, and you can apply it to smartphones and laptops as well. I mean, it has such versatile advantages.
I heard finger vein technology is very popular in Japan, right?
Finger vein technology is used by more than 90%, and fingerprint is not used at all.
Wow, more than 90%. Is that what they do at the ATMs in Japan?
Most of the ATM machines in Japan use this finger vein technology.
Forging and sorts should be impossible then, right?
Right, it's impossible at all.
I think it's a good idea to adopt it in our country, too. Now, can I try to register my finger vein?
Yes, you can.
Simply put my finger here. Is it a map of my blood vessels?
Yes, it is.
Now I've registered with my finger, my map. Now we will go over there and find out whether we can approve payment this way. Shall we go? Let's say I ordered this menu item here. I will try payment approval. Usually, when we pay at the restaurant, we swipe our bank card. But here we have a reader like this, instead of a POS computer. Because I registered with my finger, I can use my card just by putting my finger like this. A moment later, your payment is approved. Here comes your receipt. Because my personal data are verified through blood vessels in my body, it means it is very safe.
The current IC card can be copied. It can be copied right next to it. And we can order an artificial silicone finger with a fingerprint on it on the internet.
Is that right?
There was even a recent case that firefighters were busted while they were picking up paychecks for non-working hours with a silicone finger.
What if someone can collect biometrics data indiscriminately? What can I say to people with this kind of anxiety?
Such anxiety is baseless because finger vein technology is impossible to duplicate. You don't have to worry a bit. That is, even if it is leaked out, you don't have to be alarmed by leaked finger vein data because it is impossible to use them when the finger is cut off or the owner is not alive or no blood is channeled in the finger. But you can store minute data of the finger vein template in several different parts, say, against false claims for non-working hours.
I heard finger vein technology is related to computer security as well.
Yes, indeed.
How so?
Lately, a nuclear plant blueprint was leaked. It was done by hacking the data after someone had stolen an employee's idea. In the case of finger vein technology, no one can see the data unless the data owner logs in.
Excellent. Lock screen. Locked. It authenticates with finger vein authentication. We will confirm the minute someone places his finger, the screen changes. Put your finger here. Logged in and immediately identified. There are many applications using the finger vein technology other than login.
You are supposed to go through user identity authentication to transmit folders and email for important documents too. By doing so, you can prevent a leak of important documents.
How far do you think the area's expansion will go on?
Nowadays, fintech takes the world by storm. You can apply the fintech to ATMs, internet shopping malls, and smart payment systems. There is a method for user identity authentication using finger vein authentication without going through ActiveX or a complex login. If this technology is adopted for ATMs, you can make transactions only with your finger. You do not need to bring your bank card. This is because you shouldn't worry about losing your finger.
That's right. Who will worry about losing his finger? I wish this technology is applied to many more areas and would like to thank you for your helpful comments once again.
Thank you.